rotation though, at least nets them 2 kills, but he's still not getting any last hits. He's still 15 and 4 on this gyro.
Hey, you'll take everything you can get when you're the gyrocopter. As far as net worth goes, he is behind the Venomancer, but only by about 100.
Yeah.
You're right, Ramsey's on the run, Pasha's nearby, Tavo. Oh, he's looking at 2 different targets. That's a level 3 Void, not to mention we're still in nighttime, so Tavo's got all the confidence in the world to continue to dive. Void off cooldown in 1 second time. He can actually go for a double kill here. Tavo looks towards Ramses. He'll already take 1 solo for Pasha, but he lives through it. Ooh, actually being protected by the infused raindrops. Able to get the trade-off, bottom lane, maybe not so great for Weeha. I thought he just left this party. Homing missile down, has to run sound so he can work in with King RD. Turns the flat cannon on, chipping down at Roger. Solo reaches with the brain sap, will find the pick. And now it's King RD who is alone and in an absolute nightmare of a situation because the ET Spirit comes down, it doesn't connect on the stomp. So King RD can keep the fight going with Jakiro in from the side. If he can bait them to move forward, you can hit with the dual breath, but he doesn't hit with the dual breath.
I still got a lot of wand charges on these 2.
That's true. They have such regeneration. Yeah. And it's a Bane. Axes fly out, connect
here.
on to Weeha. Already roared up, no way to get out. Solo will finish the job with that brain sap.
The back-to-back deaths on the gyro.
And into Fiend Script. Solo's already level 6. They just hold Tavo in position. And he is beaten into oblivion.
It's 8 minutes in. Solo's level 6 on Bane.
HFN, he can get that one. Hit with the Mystic Snake, had the double damage route, and was so lucky he did not miss uphill with that last attack.
That was a solo kill.
It was a solo kill on an OD. He's now #1 net worth. He's pushed 700 in front of that OD.
They need somebody to be getting good out of these lanes, and at least they're getting the Dusa. Tavo's doing relatively decent, but we look at that net worth, and yeah, Gyro, Clockwork, and Jakiro really struggling.
At least Weeha's got some breathing room for the moment, but I'm looking at Bane, visible as he just walks through. What's his confidence from Solo?
He wants to get wards down. He knows that they're going to go farm jungle, Tavo top. Getting moved on by Roger.
Jump over the trees. They're not cut down. Clockwork begins his TP in, and back the other side. Denial from King RD. No freebie for the Venomancer. I love that one. That's one of my favorite voice lines.
Oh, Weeha bottom.
Bottom, yep. His roar is out. The Rocket Barrage is already ended. Pasha just plays it nicely. Top lane, King RD going to get galed on. That may reveal the Observer Ward that Ramsey's used to attack into him. Support CPing in the form of the Jakiro in the trees, waiting until Rames gets a little bit closer, but there's a lot more friends there. ET, Spirit into Storm, King RD, 1 Brain Sap will do the work. The Spirit will give him the vision, and 1 attack from Solo. Didn't even need the Brain Sap to make that work, so yep, grip in 2 and 1, and you won't need it. Gale connects, they've done more than enough damage, Duster will fall.
Oh my god, they're just relentlessly running at them. It's just, HFN has to, HFN's gonna have to carry extremely hard.
He's coming to fight. They'll come in and pick up the bounty runes on the bottom lane. Team up with Weeha, at least has a stack to farm while he's moved down. But they have to take towers. They have to get something during this daytime phase so they can start fighting when Tavo hits night. Cooldown's already going to work on the Beastmaster.
Oh, they glyph again to make sure that Weeha doesn't even get the 3 last hits on those creeps bottom.
Life's so hard for Pain.
Yeah, it really is.
And they see him coming. Like, these Observer Wards are everywhere from VP on the rotation points. So they got one now blocking up one of the Ancients, but it's this Observer Ward that's watching the other Ancient.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that people always talk about Solo in particular, is whenever they're doing stuff, he's always running around and getting those wards, and he's actually blocked both. Did he block?
Yeah,
he blocked both, right?
Yeah, it's blocked. Yeah. It's blocked both.
Yeah, so he's, it's similar to the TA, but this time it's a Dusa. Pain needs this Dusa to be enormous in this game, and VP's already setting up to shut that down. Pressure in the lanes too, making the rotations.
Easy tier 1 town top lane to take out. Pain Gaming have been thinking about the bottom one for a while, but the amount of resource they have to commit to do this is so high. King RD's underneath that Radiant Observer Ward. Roger prepares the stomp and commits to it, even though Clockwork backed off.
They've got 30 seconds until nighttime, so at night they can make rotations around with, they might even want to bring Weeha, I think. Just make him a ganking presence and just let HFN be that full farmer. Just run around his 4. Maybe even have like Duster be that lane pusher in a lot of those situations.
Well, Weeha right now, I think his only objective is that tier 1 tower on bottom lane and any CS that he can come close to.
Maybe some phase boots too.
Medusa is the one holding that mid lane. She'll be happy when she sees that double damage rune. She'll be very unhappy when she sees that Roger is the one to pick it up.
They spot her now. VP, they're hunting.
Yep.
They want this Dusa.
3 heroes in towards the mid. You got a 4-star freshly onto no one, so we can close the distance. Oh, no, Solo can just walk it up. That Nighttime working against HFN. They just clap him back. Knight's Ice Path and Dual Breath. But support's just coming in way too late. Clockwork has the hook shot, but he couldn't create the space required to save his mid. And without the mid, they don't have the damage to fight.
And Roger's TP bottom. He wants to set up.
Fortification this time from Pain being used to keep that creep wave alive. Cooldowns on the way, and they're going right after that double damaging ET. Talvo needs more, but doesn't have it. The axes from Pasha kick in. They even get the roar off, so underneath the tower, Ramses is so low, just trying to fight off the creep wave, while Weeha's in a one-on-one fight with the Beastmaster.
Meanwhile, Solo.
Yeah.
Getting chased, but he is speedy.
Nightmare. Clockwork wants a little bit. He's got the hook shot available. Doesn't actually have the vision of Solo. No way. Actually, Solo has TP. He's just going to leave.
Yep. They don't even get that bottom tower either. VP all defending to secure that defense. Weeha dying again. 1 in 5 this game.
Yeah, it's his turn. He's the new Brewmaster.
I mean, Tavo also has 6 deaths this game too, but he's got 6 kills. You know, he's been making the active rotations. He's understanding what he needs to do in this game to make space for Dusa at least.
And he's the sacrifice.
And HFN, he's still top net worth.
Right, you got Clockwork now on the rotation. Cover of smoke with Tavo. They did do a bit of a wrap around, however. And that Radiant Observer Ward sees the Medusa heading down south, and already you can see Pasha in full retreat. He doesn't want this. They ping that bottom tower. It's guaranteed money for Pain if they can just get that last hit on it.
They're looking to smoke down there, though.
VP smoking themselves, yeah.
They've got their ultis coming back up, both Fiend's Grip as well as Splitter, so they're looking to take this fight.
Bennett's behind the tower, Clockwork, Cogs are out, Battery Assault gonna do its work. They need a little bit of extra help. Talvo helping him out too, the Cog burn, but no Bane. Hook shot forward. Solo, yes, he does finally go down, but really at what cost? Venomance is in there in the rear lines. No one isolated. Call down, 4 stops away, gets well away from it. That call down was very shallow for this Pain lineup. The Ice Path having been used to start their retreat, but the ET Spirit, Jakiro already ticking down from the poison to the Venomancer and having the Spirit on top of him. Just not enough resistance to survive this Pain. The Stomp's too far away from HFN, but Beastmaster, Roar's available, lets it go onto Weeha, and he sacrifices himself for the greater Dusa.
That is exactly what he's like, I'm level 7, my Dusa's level 13, I don't care. And HFN?
No one starts the run out. He's got Mystic Snake off cooldown in just a second. Once the Mask of Madness frees him up, but no one earned up. Tavo, that was his last charge. He's gonna get nothing from it.
And Roger has an urn of his own, so he's gonna heal up no one, and VP can continue this aggression. They're all full health. They've got Veno ulti, and they've got Fiend's Grip still available, so they can look to punish and Pain.
Send the courier back, get that Dragon Lance on HFN, so at least from a ranged area now, he can do a lot of work. So both Mask of Madness, Fate's Boots, and the Dragon Lance.
He needs something to just get a little bit tankier, in particular.
Pasha's being nice. Weeha needs some cash.
I mean, he really does. He's 46, level 8. He is having a very rough one, and that's these dual lanes. These dual lanes by VP, they accomplish so much.
It's the dual lanes and then the easy like that. I say easy, Roger makes it look easy. A quick and effective rotation that then forces Pain Gaming to rotate off in a reaction, then opens up another space for the other dual lane to attack. It's like all the time Pain Gaming are the ones who are playing Virtus Pro style of game.
Definitely. At least they got, when they did that aggressive move down middle bottom, they've got some wards down, so they're actually able to watch VP's movements. They're seeing Solo.
Clockwork goes directly in for Solo. The Radiant Observer Ward did see this coming, and no, he pushes out the side and then goes up with the cogs into a Fiend's Grip onto King RD. The hammer will drop from no one. He just wanted that kill and to move on. He doesn't care about mana and everything else. There's a regeneration rune in top river for him.
He burned all the Deuce's mana, but then the Deuce's Snake, I think, hit two people and some more creeps or something along those lines.
Pings up on top. I'm not quite certain if that's Pasha trying to get this Shadow Blade to go to work. Tavo can be the target. Does not have the Hawk to see. It's a little bit further, it's deeper in watching HFN farming, but he'll walk around the corner and then Tavo, he'll see him for half a second.
Shadow
goes up the hill.
Pasha.
Yep, there's your roar. Starting out, ET Splitter from range with the Stomp and the Spirit out. No one so quick to the front lines, and HFN. All that network doesn't count for anything in that position.
No, and it's just getting, I mean, I'm getting more and more concerned because, I mean, Weeha can't find farm on the map. And sure, they have this Dusa, but a Dusa can't solo carry this game versus an OD and as well as a Beastmaster, and they've got ET Aura. Everything's just going to get amplified.
Yeah. A lot of problems for Pain Gaming. High ground defense won't work either because VP will just bleed them out eventually. And you know that fight's going to happen where it's not even a jump right now, it's just Pasha walking up to you with that Shadow Blade. Begins it, one down. Weeha looks towards the mid lane. Yanjakiro may as well stick around here.
They have to start finding some opportunities where they can outnumber VP, because every time they're running into them with even numbers, they're going to lose these fights.
Clockwork's TPing home. They look towards the top lane. Beastmaster TP's out. They would have had to be, actually, that's the second TP I've seen cancelled in the span of like 30 seconds from Pain Gaming. Feels very indecisive for where they want to go on this map. And thanks to the Observe Wall that's planted down, Solo's already headed into the trees. They know exactly where, they know roughly where he is. Hook shot, yep, they'll cancel that TP out. A level 10 Bane.
You know, it's something, but it's, you know, you're killing Solo. That's like, he's happy, he's super happy. His whole team is happy when you're doing that, because he's just down there, that's his presence. He's like, okay, I will die here for the greater good.
And you're still going to take that T1 tower in mid. Macropie can slow down the push, but it won't stop it. Blink forward from no one. Catching out the Jakiro, and then just hit him twice, thrice. Okay, the Plague Ward finishes the job. As OD was frozen solid. These Hawks.
Yeah, the vision. Just always trying to keep tabs on Tavo.
Keeping tabs on Tavo, keeping tabs on where the stacks are, which are the amplifiers for HFN. Mid lane, yeah, banishment onto the NS. Venomancer not looking too healthy. And the Spirit Vessel on him, but it won't matter when the OT comes in with that Sandy's Eclipse, hits the perfect two targets. We and Tavo crumble.
Pasha just Shadow Blades up, gets into the back lines, finds perfect opportunity. And we hide. Looks so squishy, just
hide, King RD. Just hide away. He sees Ramsey's coming in, but everyone's making a break for that tier 1 tower.
I mean, at this point in the game, it's really just defend HFN and hope to God that he can carry you, because your Gyrocopter is just too far behind him to catch up versus this type of lineup on VP. He can't find any place to farm because he's being suffocated. So I think, yeah, they just have to pretty much sit behind HFN, try to get ancient stacks, protect the triangle that we call. Put sentries, put obs wards there. That's pretty much your way back in this one.
Well, there's your first sentries. Where are, in fact, like, when it comes to Ops Wards for Virtus Pro, like, it's just, right now, it's just the Plague Wards.
Yeah, I think Solo.
Seeing this Trinity.
Solo was holding, I think, 2 of them for a bit. I mean, they were just fighting a lot, so he didn't really find chances to place them.
Yeah, they just have the one that's near the tier 2 tower in mid lane instead.
Yeah. And now they've actually prioritized placing them toward the top side, so they want to play around that area, and maybe expecting that that's where Pain wants to play too.
Yep, well, Pain are looking for a fight. They 4-man smoke up around, maybe not even a fight. They need the Medusa to do Roshan. They could use the Bounty Runes as bait. 20 minutes in, they all respawn up. And they are charging forward. Pasha is the closest one. That's an 8-kill streak they would love to take. Okay. If only they can close the distance and also not run into the entire team of Virtus Pro. But hey, that's the entire team of Virtus Pro. Call down Flat Cannon, great hookshot from King RD. Forced up, gets Roger some space. So we can go for that ET splitter in just a second. But the Venomancer ulti, they've taken so much damage Pain, they just can't run out of it. The ET splitter doesn't really matter. Gyrocopter ticked out, he denied himself off to the Ancients, and maybe they do find the kill. Finally, they actually brought him down. Tavo is the man to do it. They've been basically covered in gunk this entire fight with the OD imprisonment. Bane comes back out of it, and it's Pain Gaming finding 2 kills. They copped an entire Venomancer ultimate. They survive through it and get 3 kills.
Tavo soaked so much damage. HFN comes in through the backside. Don't think he got the last hit though onto Pasha. He did not. Tavo got it. And it looks like Weeha also died to a neutral creep.
Yeah,
so.
he denied himself to the Ancients.
Yeah.
He knew he was ticking out so quickly because he got hit by both Gale as well as Nova and just had to get the hell out.
So I'm glad they actually took the aggressive play, because I think they had the 2 options. You know, I was mentioning earlier where it's either they 4-man smoke and they look for fights to make for the Dusa and then she can come join, or they have to sit behind the Dusa. They choose that aggressive play with that nighttime, and they actually catch VP off guard while they still had a couple of their ultis on cooldown.
Yep. They're so huge as well. Like, it's not only just the gold swing, it's the experience swing. They gained about 4,000 worth of a swing of experience in this. And this is going to start to amplify the levels, give them a chance to fight. This isn't really the greatest way to help it, though. King RD, he has hookshot available. Solo goes up the hill, begins Fiend's Grip. Weeha nearby. Call down and Flat Cannon can do some work. Doesn't actually have the Flat Cannon. The ET Stomp, putting the Night Stalker into a sleep. And, well, yeah, Weeha doesn't see how we can fight this one.
No one's got his blink up too. VP, they're going to look to keep chasing this.
They have to Ice Path, Macro Pyre as well. Any kind of way to hold this back. HFN's nearby so they can kill off Solo with the Stone Gaze. Weeha ticking out to Roger. As Roger goes underneath the tier 1 tower, he's got friends, no one, bounces over the hill with his 4-staff. HFN, what do you want to do here? He's got Snake, but okay, it looks like he'll just let Duster die. No way to try and save him. He actually got stomped in the backline with the ET splitter from Roger, making sure this Medusa is a non-factor.
It seemed like Roger wanted to try to go for Medusa there, but they go for the easier kill, and Pasha also able to pressure mid, and that time it's VP again. This time they get the initiation. So it seems like if they can find those plays where they're the ones to start the fight and catch VP off guard, they could have some chances to catch back in this one.
Yep.
But still, incredibly hard, 7k gold, and that experience also ticking back up for VP after that too.
Yeah, good couple of fights. Just think about the critical items which can begin to arrive for Pain Gaming. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they've got much to work with.
Yeah, I think the big ones is probably like Butterfly on Dusa this game, because they're playing versus an OD. They don't really have right clicks on the side of VP besides that. So I think if he gets a Butterfly and he can get somewhere toward that Scotty, then they have a good chance of getting back in this one. He's still doing okay, 12,000 net worth. He's still at the top.
Yep. Just gonna try and hold it, holding that up against an OD, but it's also difficult, right? Like the OD works really nicely against Dusa.
Yeah.
So while you're 2,000 net worth in front, the matchup itself doesn't lean that way.
Until you get like the Butterfly. That evasion is gonna be so crucial if he's able to get it at a decent time.
They're also pushing him up as quick. Like he's got the tome of knowledge
yeah.
in his quick fire. They want to get this Dusa to 25.
They recognize this is a 1v5 game, pretty much. They're gonna be able to support him, throwing down some spells and some like slows, but he's gonna be the one who's carrying the game inevitably. They need him to get that level 20, that 700 mana bonus as quick as possible.
He's 6 levels above any of his other teammates.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 1v5 in a nutshell. So they find the cash by pushing in the top lane, tier 1 tower. If a fight does begin, Pain Gaming have the numbers here. But Virtus Pro, they don't want it. They're taking the tier 2 tower in mid lane as a trade-off and the tier 1 tower on bottom. So it's definitely going more the way of Virtus Pro. Unless they rotate in towards the mid and find this pick-off. Vision, granted, Roger and Solo, hook shot forward. They're going after Bane, push him back, but it pushes him away. Solo out of the ice path. This control factor, not the way the Pain wanted to start the fight, and then they look for a target. Imprisonment up, call down, ice path. Okay, well that was the sealing, the death of Solo. A message was sent. Pain sends their regards, and it only goes to a support. They're looking for a king, they killed a peon.
And the challenge.
Yeah, VP said that game was pretty strong for that. All right, so Pain Gaming with the death of Solo, at least now they're trying to re-establish some vision control.
Yeah, they've also, that was their darkness used, and it's night. Now it's going to be daytime actually for 3 minutes, so it's going to be VP probably making all those aggressive moves.
Looks like VP, only because ET is hovering around Roshan, OD's up here too. Do they actually have what it takes to do that? And do they even need to take the risk of Roshan?
I mean, they've got Solar Crest and Beastmaster. That pretty much always makes you a Roche lineup.
True.
Yeah, they make their way in.
So Clockwork Rocket flies in, very early information for Pain Gaming. Question is, can they do anything about it? There's observers and sentries everywhere.
HFN doesn't have a TP, he's all the way at the bottom, tier 2. He has to run all the way over there. I don't think they make it there in time at all. He's also about to pick up the Butterfly too, which is crucial for him.
It would be suicide to jump into this. The Observer Ward times out right now on top of Pain Gaming, so they know they're being watched. They know the VP is 100% prepared, and they're already splitting up the heroes. There's no way to get a hook shot in. So, accept what it is. VP have the Aegis the Immortal. Critical thing for them because they're looking at the next big objective, which is high ground. And the Aegis is the enabler for this.
Yeah, high ground, or maybe just go for those tier 2s and secure full map control and don't allow the Dusa to hit Ancients anymore. Is that HFN?
Hook shot. He cancels it as he's starting it.
I think, what, on Roger, right? I think he saw Roger at a 4-step.
Yeah.
So he realizes it's for naught if he even catches it.
Yeah. And no one too. Like they've both got so much maneuverability to get away from the Clockwork.
I mean, they've got, what, at least 3-4 steps on the side of MVP to prepare for it?
Yeah, I see. Well, Ramses has one in the Hurricane Pike.
Yeah, no one.
4-staff on Roger, and then the other Hurricane Pike on no one. Or 4-staff on no one.
No, it's a very good 4-staff game. You versus Clockwork, versus Dusa as well. You want to be able to get in and out of the fights constantly or break those cogs.
Oh, underneath the Sentry Ward, homing missile from Weeha. It should be able to connect onto the OD. No, of course it doesn't. Not while Solo's there.
Cute. Nice play.
Just like game one, his Bane has been on point, just so Pain Gaming can't focus one target.
And he's like one of the best Banes in the world, right?
Yeah, he really is.
Actually, he might. I think him and Fenrir are my two favorite Banes.
Mid lane is on the defense now, HFN. Virtus Pro, it's such a risky thing to try and come into this. Like, it feels like you could just hook shot cog and split the fight out. And there's a lot of AoE damage that can kick in, especially if Medusa is able to hit the Stone Gaze on a trapped cogged unit.
Yeah, I mean, the Stone Gaze can use really well on top with also the Gyrocopter. Sure, Weehaw doesn't have the damage at all, but if he's able to flack, if people get like Stone Gaze, that'll make him actually a relevant force besides that call down, which he kind of is a walking call down right now in the moment in those fights.
There's no smoke available for Pain Gaming to try and slip outside the base, so they just let HFN go into the jungle to farm up, hit level 20, so plus 700 mana has now been added to the pool of Medusa. Really think about mid, homing missile towards the Venomancer, or a quick void. Just more a nudge to say hello while the tier 2 tower is being taken on bot.
Another defensive sleep, dodge that missile. I like Ramsey's item build a lot this 2 game. We mentioned it a lot of times as evasion, or just the halberds versus the Dusa. If you pop Stone Gaze, you halberd her. She's not really going to get the benefit of when people do get stoned up, so that's a perfect adjustment there from Ramses.
And Pain Gaming really are trying to be as efficient as they can. Tier 2 towers falling, that's fine. Send the Dusa into the jungle to farm. Send Weehaw into the jungle to farm.
Oh yeah, she needs to go BKB. I know I said Scotty earlier, but this is perfect. When you're playing versus OD, you need to get BKB so you don't get your mana burned instantly from the ultimate.
Yep. They're actually both trying to get it. Weehaw's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I feel bad looking at Weehaw's items because he's had the hardest game ever.
He's on the run, looking for a pickoff. Gyrocopter, very quick to get out. They're observing what down, so it's good vision for Pain. They know what they're up against. However, no one, they find their own vision. Banishment, the ET Spirit's there, and just get out, Pain Gaming. Except the fact this Jakiro is toast.
They lost their courier as well. Didn't see quite what it had on it. But now they've got a gem as well on VP, so they're looking to keep that map control going. And mid lane, Ramsey's actually looking for HFN, who does not have TP up.
Gale as well as Nova. Medusa doesn't have the Hurricane Pike. Hook shot forward. It's King RD trying to create space. Raw and ET Splitter. They're pushing the OD out, but HFN has had nothing to escape with all the control and all the support arrive from Virtus Pro in time. Access from Pasha give him a double kill as King RD goes down as well. Medusa has no other choice but to buy back.
Oh, she was so far outside the base there. She had just used her TP to push out that mid lane and just steps a bit too far up.
They're smoking.
It, and they're looking to just end the game right here.
If they kill Medusa, they have it, right?
Yep. They're able to get the jump. They still have the OD ulti as well available.
Medusa wants to come in and just Mystic Snake this. Okay, they'll use Macropire. Keep the creep wave out. Solo. So close to that top lane. Alvo feels it.
He was considering putting a ward down, but he's like, yeah, it's just going to instantly dewarded right now. So
yeah,
decides to hang on to it, puts it in a different perspective or different place. He puts it just outside the base, so they're still just trying to suffocate. Keep Pain in their base, don't let them farm.
They got the dream they wanted anyway. HFN with buyback on cooldown, which gives them effectively now a 7-minute left window open, where they can push up high ground. Obviously, no Aegis the Immortal is not going to help you. Like, this thing it's going to time out in no one pretty soon.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Just queued up the Hex next now too for no one. Getting a couple luxury items as well. Ramsey getting that BKB. And HFN's actually just started switching the build completely. He queued up a Linken's, then switched up to a Rapier, and then switched up to a Scotty. So you can tell they're under the gun. They're feeling the pressure quite heavily in this game already.
Just trying to work out how the hell do you actually hold this high ground. I'm also wondering just how long Clockwork survives to make this Blade Mail actually function that he bought. You got Tranquil's Wand and Blade Mail.
Oh god, it's like Blade Mail came out.
Looking for the target, hook shot forward, that's a double damage OD. Cold's trying to burn off the mana, but BKB is there from no one. Oh, King RD, he's dying so quickly, at least with the cooldown and the Black Cannon from Weehaw. The damage split across VP was good, but the Clockwork and Jakiro sacrificed themselves so heavily. No one at 16 stolen intelligence. Pasha jumps in for the Raw to help out the rest of his teammates. OD delaying this fight by imprisoning and Ramses. It's a 3-man Poison Nova. This is it. If HFN goes down, it may be the end of the run for Pain Gaming. He's doing as much damage as they want, and they already moved on. VP just left him to die. The Fiends grip for the control. They're all dead for Pain Gaming, and this will mean a push up into the high ground, where I do not see how Pain Gaming can really hold it.
That damage right there, that wasn't even the OD hitting the Dusa. You know, we talked about OD versus Dusa, great matchup. No, that was just Veno and Beastmaster just just beating the crap out of him. 16k gold advantage now. The damage coming out from Veno, they're almost 5,000 just from that ulti and right clicks.
Yeah, this is a mid-Rax at least. There's no real ways to slow this down. Even that Ice Path only clips 2 of the creeps. So mid-Rax will be gone. Medusa, 1 minute until she's back up again. With the Gyrocopter, they have a chance of defending this, especially with the OD being down. These Plague Wards are just everywhere inside the base. They want to get close. No Fiend's Grip, the stop will work. Hook shot forward, trying to hold him in the macro pyre, but it will not work.
So much disengage on the side of VP. That's what we're talking about. These 4 stats versus this lineup, they can easily just get out of those constantly. And now, Pasha's looking to re-engage.
They're too far forward, the roar comes out. Talvo, he was the man that was able to kill off the OD, and now he'll die in front of his own base while the rest of VP was starting to jump in. Okay, yes, Roger will finally come back to punch him, and we are, yeah, with the BKB, but man, they just wrecked him so hard.
He walked near the ET. I mean, he's already, like we said, incredibly underfarmed, but walking next to ET who's level 19, that natural order makes you not even seem really like a hero.
Yeah.
VP.
Yeah, Pain Gaming, they can enjoy their last couple of moments on this Birmingham stage, but it all seems to be a very hard run uphill. HFN has managed to respawn.
I mean,
but how do you survive in this world?
You know, this game, last game, I'm pretty sure Roger was on fire. This time, Pasha, his rotations on this Beastmaster have been
Hook shot comes out towards Ramses. Cog pushback. They may have enough damage to actually kill off Ramses. He was a little bit too close, but then Glimmer Cape, Sentry Ward too far away. Ramses forced away while Pain Gaming are left sleeping. And now they're also going to have their spirits being shattered slightly. They managed to get the distance on it.
But 2 Rax is down.
2 Rax is down. The hold begins. Pain Gaming comeback starts here.
Let's queue up the rapiers.
Yeah. Well, right now he's got a Crystallis being queued up. I don't think he can actually get out to the secret shop to buy the parts for the rapier.
I mean, he bought the Mithril Hammer too in the before that last game. He's like, this could be the last moments. I need to just spend my gold, try to do something with it.
Yeah. Well, VP can reset. Roshan is going to spawn up in about 1 minute's time, and there's only 1 more lane of Rax for VP to ensure themselves another ESL 1 Grand Final. It's not like they've attended all of them yet. Oh, wait. At least in this DPC season. So, prep work? Is anyone still missing anything from VP?
I mean, they've got a lot of gold. Like, they've got a lot of gold dispensing. They almost have the Hex finished on the OD. They could just be patient, wait for that Roche, or just push that bottom wave out and then meet up and end the game at bottom lane. And it looks like they might just actually go toward bottom.
Yeah. HFN's going back into the BKB, so no rapiers. He's got 600 gold to reach it.
He still needs the rapier, though. BKB then rapier.
Oh, yeah. But I don't think he'll have time for that. He'll have time for 1 more item, and the 600 gold for the BKB is kind of where he's going to play it.
So here's a fun item we did get to point out is, yeah, Ramses did get that Aghanim and level 20. So +7 poison over duration. You can do the math.
Yeah. TP back, BKB is up for Dusa. Pain Gaming. Is there a way to hold? Is there a way to keep Virtus Pro out and buy that time? They have the BKBs on 1 on Gyrocopter, 1 on the Dusa, and they're actually rotating around. The scan is already there. They see it coming, and the scan pings. They know there's 2 heroes wrapping around the side, and VP, they move together, and HFN, you just got your BKB. Please at least let him trigger it. He's roared, stunned, controlled, can't even use the BKB that he bought all that time to get. Oh, the humanity! An Ice Path will catch out too, but Tavo, he's in a world of hurt. The hook shot around to the side. They've isolated Solo. Killer bait, and you're going home with at least his scout, but the OD imprisonment will deny you of that. A triple kill for no one. BKB Gyrocopter gripped up too. This is all she wrote. GG is called. Virtus Pro clean sweeping in style Pain Gaming to advance to the ESL 1 Birmingham 2018 Grand Final.
They don't even give them the slight chance to get that, you know, that wraparound. This is what we see teams who are like, all right, we're desperate, we're about to lose the game, we have to get this wraparound. VP's like, they're gonna wrap on us. They do not even give them the chance for the Dudes to pop the BKB. Clean game overall. Again, VP
the disbelief of the faces. How did it come this way? Pain Gaming, they've gone through so many teams as well to get here. They had a terrific run, but they eliminated such great teams too.
They definitely made a big statement here as the underdogs, defeating some of the big names.
Yep. They defeated Liquid not only once, but twice at this competition.
And then on the main stage, they also proved how great they can play. Mineski may have had a bit of a struggle, but they completely thrashed them.
Yeah, it's a good sign. It's a good sign for Pain Gaming. It's a good sign for their times going forward. They can be aggressive. Wait for them to sync up. Wait for their performance as well coming to the TIA qualifier. I now want to watch this team even closer. I want to watch that whole region now a little bit closer to see if Pain Gaming are capable of succeeding in getting through.
And they almost gave VP one of their longest games of this tournament so far. Fnatic gave them a 38, 57-minute game. This one was 36. So, I mean, VP right now, we know.
Yeah,
they are unbelievable and unstoppable.
VP are just an amazing team, all out. There's a reason why these guys are the champions when it comes to the Western tournaments for ESL. Can't wait to watch more in the grand final, and that's where we're headed right now. Virtus.pro, one step away from being crowned once again the champions of ESL.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. I have managed to snatch No One fresh off of his victory. Undefeated so far. You guys are making it look so easy. You smiled, you giggled. I mean, does it feel easy, or is it just the way it looks?
Just the way it looks.
Yeah. Lots of hard work going into these results.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, the first question is just how dominant you've been. You guys have looked so good. Every ESL 1 you've attended, you've won. Is this just another one for the list?
I hope so. We'll see in grand finals.
I want to just talk about Pain Gaming and how it was to play against them. They were considered underdogs. People didn't expect them to do well. They're in top 4. Is it nice to see new teams rising through the ranks and looking good?
Actually, I want to say that it was like a pub games. All the game you're just fighting 5-5. No. No mean stuff against Pain. It was just we're just fighting 5-5 all the game.
It felt very different.
It was just fun. Yeah. I don't know.
You had fun.
It's a lot of fun in these games, but actually I feel like I'm the worst of my team in these 2 games. I played so bad.
You've got grand finals tomorrow. You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
And one final question, I want your personal prediction. Who's going to be in that grand final? Your OG or Optic going up against Fnatic? What are you thinking?
I hope to see Liquid, but...
Fire! Oh, come on, give me that prediction.
Fnatic.
Ooh, okay. Fnatic versus VP. I'm sure you guys wouldn't complain. Give it up for No One. Virtus.pro in the grand final. Thank you so much.
There we go then. Virtus spins straight through to the grand